I found a clause in my employment contract stating that I get 1% of the company if I'm fired without cause. They fired me yesterday. I was employee number 3 at a startup. 7 years ago, I joined when the company was 3 guys in a garage. No salary for the first 6 months. Equity promises and ramen noodles. I built the infrastructure. I coded the first prototype. I stayed up 72 hours straight to meet our first investor deadline. I was there before there was anything. Yesterday, the board fired me to clean house before the IPO. We're going in a different direction, the CEO said. The same CEO I had helped build this company from nothing. We're offering you 2 weeks severance. Sign the release and we'll process it immediately. 2 weeks. After 7 years. After building the foundation they were about to sell for billions. They wanted me gone before the IPO so they wouldn't have to honor my equity. Clean termination. No complications. No loose ends. They thought I would sign and disappear. They forgot about the contract. I went home that night and dug through my filing cabinet. Behind tax returns and old bank statements, I found it. A yellowing piece of paper from 7 years ago. The original employment agreement. Back when the founder couldn't afford to pay me a real salary. Back when he needed me more than I needed him. I had negotiated one clause into that contract. Clause 4B. If terminated without cause, employee is entitled to 1% of the company's current valuation as calculated by the most recent third-party assessment. 7 years ago, 1% was essentially zero. The company was worth nothing. It was a handshake clause to make me feel valued. Today, the IPO valuation is $2 billion. 1% of $2 billion is $20 million. They owed me $20 million. And they had just fired me without cause. I called my lawyer that night. He reviewed the contract. He confirmed it was legally binding. He drafted an injunction. The next morning, I walked into the board meeting. Security tried to stop me at the door. Sir, you're no longer employed here. My lawyer stepped forward. We have a legal matter to discuss with the board. I suggest you let us through. They let us through. The boardroom was full. CEO, CFO, lead investors, legal counsel. They all turned to look at me. The CEO smirked. You were fired yesterday. Security will escort you out. My lawyer placed a document on the conference table. This is a preliminary injunction. We are freezing the IPO pending resolution of my client's termination claim. The smirk disappeared. What claim? My lawyer pulled out the original contract. Clause 4B. Your company terminated my client without cause. Per this agreement, he is entitled to 1% of the company's current valuation. He paused. At your IPO price of $2 billion, that's $20 million. The room went silent.